I enjoy living in Achieve Together. The accommodation in my home is really good. I thought that I would either have a flat where I'd be too isolated or have a bedroom that had too much noise and activity always happening around it. I love the fact that I have a perfect balance in my home because they've met my needs by being able to offer me a large room and kitchen where I can have peace, privacy, and independence, but it's still part of a large house where I can access support at all times and enjoy the company of my many housemates who are all my friends. And I can see them whenever I want to. I talked to my mum about a question that I got asked of what I've achieved since living at Ivor's house. She said that I'm a completely different person from when I moved in, which was in October 2018. I've been helped to learn to talk to staff when I'm unhappy and have been supported to be proactive in managing my own behaviour. I've had help to achieve lots of things. When I wanted to do volunteering helping the elderly, the manager of my Achieve Together home thought of a way to help me improve my chances of being accepted when I applied. We knew that having training would look really good and be important for me doing a good job, but it would have been challenging for me coping with attending a training course in an unfamiliar environment with strangers. Paul, the manager, arranged that I could attend dementia training on site at my home, joining in the same course that the Achieve Together support workers were attending. I was able to sit with staff I knew, and they supported me to stay calm and focused and to engage with the course. Having them there meant it was really successful, and the trainer and the staff were actually all really impressed with how much I knew, because I'd done loads of research beforehand, because I like to be well prepared. I went on to get a voluntary job in a nursing home, supporting people with dementia with their activity sessions. And the staff from my home printed an extra copy of my communication passport that we left with the staff at the nursing home so that everyone knew about me. It was a good idea because we didn't have any misunderstandings, and it meant that the nursing home offered to provide me with one-to-one support themselves because the information provided from Achieve Together had been so thorough. And of course, they'd been extremely pleased that I'd completed my dementia training. Going forward, living in Achieve Together, I want to know that they will support me when I'm not feeling good and when life's a struggle. I appreciate being encouraged to pick myself up and find new positive things to focus on, even if changes happen that I find hard. For instance, thanks to COVID-19, my nursing home voluntary placement had to come to an end, but I joined lots of Zoom sessions, and also I have 3 supported work placements now, looking after the books and media in a charity shop, washing up in a cafe, and a charity cooking and baking project. It makes me feel good if I know that Achieve Together staff will continue to help me get to work and support me to problem solve when I'm anxious. I'd like Achieve Together to both listen to my voice and help advocate for me in times I'm struggling to communicate effectively or if I'm not being listened to by others. My dreams for the future are to be doing well in my work, managing to maintain it, knowing I'm doing good and being helpful. I want to have continued support to keep in contact with friends that live in different places to me. I love where I live. I couldn't imagine wanting to live somewhere else because I'm close to my family and I have the right level of support and I have wonderful housemates. I think Achieve Together's 4 values are really good. One is valuing everyone. That's really important. We're all different and have different opinions, different needs and different dreams, but we should all be treated with respect and be valued and appreciated for who we are. I see that in my house where I live. We are also different in many ways, but we all get along so well as friends because we truly love all the things about each other that make each of us unique. Being brave. I like that value. It's really hard dealing with change, starting new things and risking failure. It's important to be brave to follow our dreams and to have the support of our friends and all the staff, everyone encouraging each other to give things a try and to not feel bad if not everything turns out to be a perfect fit for us. Knowing it's fine to move at our own pace, gain confidence and discover what works for us. Someone once said, if you've never failed, then you haven't taken enough risks. And I like that quote because I think it links in with the Achieve Together value. You have to be brave enough to take risks because failure isn't really a bad thing at all. It just shows how hard you've tried and how determined you are. The value of making things happen. I guess that makes me think of the Autism Focus Group and the Campaign for Change group that Achieve Together have, and I'm proud to be part of them. These groups are co-produced, throwing in that term co-produced because they explained what it meant on my last meeting with them. They are co-produced by support workers and people who receive support. In fact, the main focus is on we, the people, are supported, leading as much of it all ourselves as possible. We speak up together about our rights and about things that we'd like to see change, not just where we live or in Achieve Together, but in the world as a whole. Some of my friends from the Autism Focus Group have got jobs in the police, educating them about autism. I'm really proud of them for doing that. I'm writing an article about my experience before entering Achieve Together and how it was before receiving the correct support, such as being held long-term in a hospital. And I'm hoping to make positive change happen for others in the future by teaching them. Now, having fun value, that's really important. Certainly in my house, me and my housemates have a lot of fun. There's a lot of joking around that goes on and lots of laughs, the staff as well. Everyone knows how to not take everything in life too seriously. There are lots of fun activities we enjoy. Not everyone does the same thing. Some things a lot of us enjoy the same, other things we're different. And I think it's good to be like that. Just one question leaving you with on the values, Achieve Together values that always bug me a little bit. There's 4 values, which I really love, of course, but on the Achieve Together logo, there are 3 little people, a red, a green, and a blue person, all match the red, green, and blue that's used on 3 of the values. But the 4th value is represented in black, but there's not a 4th black figure on the Achieve Together logo. I wondered why there's 4 values with matching colours, but 3 people on the logo. I think you should have gone for 4 so that all of the colours were matched and represented. Just saying. And I was going to talk about the vision and purpose and what it means to me. The vision, Achieve Together's vision, the best specialist support, inspiring a generation to ensure people live happy, healthy, and meaningful lives. I like the vision. I like that, aiming to be the best. I think it's good to always strive to be the best you can, always improve, grow and change with the times and what people need. I like that. The idea that Achieve Together doesn't want to just coast along as an okay service, but wants to really deliver the highest quality support. I like the wording, inspiring a generation. It feels like the Achieve Together value of making things happen. It's like making changes right out there in society, inspire everyone to do things right. Basically, like the vision is aiming to spread the Achieve Together values to the world, because valuing everyone, that's definitely in there, being brave, having fun. Well, the values are part of what we want everyone to be a part of. Last, I want to talk about the Achieve Together purpose. Ordinary lives, extraordinary people. I personally changed the wording of that. I'll tell you why. When I was in hospital and a doctor told me and my family that someone like me with autism and complex needs would never be able to live outside of a hospital environment, and that I'd always be on a locked ward and unable to access the community or be able to contribute anything to society, I felt I was already written off as not useful and too disabled to be worth anything in the world. So at that time, thinking that I'd never have the life that non-disabled people have, then my biggest dream for myself was that I would one day escape that and be able to live a nice, ordinary life, just doing things that other people take for granted. But since moving into an Achieve Together home and being supported so well, I've been empowered to raise my expectations and to dream bigger. In the Achieve Together Campaign for Change group, I, along with other Achieve Together residents, have been invited to do all sorts of interesting things. And I've read my poem for videos and been on a conference. And I've also, outside of that, been on local radio representing an online day service that I'm part of. People from Achieve Together ask me for my opinion on things, and they value all of our input. The new friends I've made in the focus group and Campaign for Change group are all doing so many great things, really making a difference, having their voices heard, and being respected in so many places. Achieve Together has given us our support and the belief and the confidence to actually do things that are amazing, that are making that big difference. And to me, that's not just living an ordinary life. In my opinion, I'd say the Achieve Together purpose is selling itself short. We're being encouraged by Achieve Together to strive to live extraordinary lives. We don't want dull and ordinary anymore, because we've been told we can go out and be the best we can and to constantly improve ourselves. I think the extraordinary people part of the purpose works, but only alongside extraordinary lives. I wouldn't want to be considered an extraordinary person myself simply because people are inspired by my existence as a person with a disability and problems. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. It always makes me laugh when I watch the film Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, because it has a hilarious script. And one of the characters says she doesn't want to be the first person they let off the plane in a hostage crisis. She says it because she's old, and she doesn't want to be at that stage in her life where she's no longer viewed as useful and is just viewed as someone who needs caring for and being the person to be rescued first because she's so helpless. I feel that way too. I think I'd like an Achieve Together marketing billboard with my face and that quote written on. I may have my struggles and support needs, but I also have a lot to give. If someone one day comes up to me and calls me an extraordinary person, then I'd like it to be not patronising or a kind gesture, but because of the extraordinary life I'm living, because of genuine achievements and accomplishments. So many of my friends in Achieve Together, both in my home and in other Achieve Together homes, truly are extraordinary people in so many different ways. So although this isn't the correct word in for an Achieve Together purpose, I just wanted to end with my own version, because I know you guys value freedom of expression too much to censor me. Achieve Together's purpose: extraordinary lives achieved by extraordinary people. Thank you for watching my video.